Hello viewers, you're welcome again to my studio. This is GB Bello. Already okay, you've seen what is behind me. Yes, we are cutting today. But first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone that has been coming to the studio, to this channel, to learn one or two things, to learn how to sew. I say thank you. Please also ensure that you subscribe as well so you can know when we post new videos. Now, more importantly, I hope you are learning to sew. Somebody is telling you, can men too learn? Yes, I do train men too, and they try. They try, yes, either male or female, or even children, as long as the person is smart enough. Yes, no, they can try. All right, today we are doing something very simple. A simple skirt block, a straight skirt block. Now, this is just a simple straight skirt, a short one that we are doing. You can make your own to be long if you want to. However, you can also modify it. You can add a flare under it. You can add pleatings under it. However, before you get to that, you first of all need to learn how to construct the block first, and that is what we are doing exactly today. So, where do we start from? Measurement. You need just 3 measurements: measurement for your waist, measurement for your hip, and measurement for the length. Now, for my sample measurement, I'm using 28 inches for waist. I'm using 36 inches for hip, and I'm also using 23 inches for length. Now, for my waist, I'm going to start from here. Remember, you need to put your fabric or your pattern on fold. You fold it, that's what it means. Then you start from the folded side. Now, assuming this is my folded side, and I'm starting from there. So, I'll first of all measure 0.5 inch from the upper part to this place. This is 0.5. Then I'll measure it at this other edge to 0.5. Then I'll rule. Make sure you have your ruler very handy. Then after ruling it, I'll measure my waist here. Now, waist is 28 divided by 4, that is 7 inches. So I'll measure 7 inches for the waist. Then I'll add 1 inch for that, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. You can see that. Add 1 inch for that, add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then, what is the next? This is the waistline. The measurements start from the top, I hope you know, because you first of all measure 0.5 inch from the upper part down. That's where you can discover your waistline. Then, the next thing is to measure the hip. Now, how do I know the distance between my waistline and my hip? For everybody size, is usually 8 inches. But for someone who is taller, you can use 9 and it could be more. For somebody who is bigger too, you can use 9, it could also be more. But for this size, hip 36, it should be 8 inches. So for my waistline, I'm measuring 8 inches, and I will also rule it. You can see, I measured 8 inches down, and I rule. That's that. So 8 inches from my waistline, that is how I get my hip line. You understand? So this is my hip line. Then on my hip line, I'm going to measure my hip. So hip is 36 divided by 4, it's also 9. Then I'll add 1 inch sewing allowance to it. That's all for your hip. Now the next thing is to measure the length. So the length for this sample measurement is 23 inches. You don't need to do any division. So from my waistline again, I'm going to measure 23 inches down. That is it. Then I'll rule it again. So I rule it. Then so this is the hem line. We call it hem line. So on my hem line, I'm going to measure 1.5 inch down for hemming. Do you understand? Because I'm going to need to fold it up and hem it. So that is what it means. So after I've measured the length from the waistline, measure the length down, that is 23 inches. Then where the length ends, I'll rule across it. That's my hem line. Then I'll also measure 1.5 inch after my length, because that one is going to be folded in. So it's not really going to add to the measurement because it's going to come up. It's going to be folded in. So we have that. So how do I now connect my waist to my hip? I'm going to rule again from the upper part. I hope somebody is saying it. From the last measurement, you rule to join the last measurement on the waist, which is going to be the sewing allowance. You know, I added 1 inch that and 1 inch sewing allowance. Then the last measurement on the hip line is my sewing allowance, 1 inch sewing allowance to sew. Now, how do I connect my hip to my hemline? Now, what you need to do, the total measurement on my hip line is 10 inches. 9 inches for hip, 36 divided by 4. That is 9 inches with 1 inch sewing allowance. The total is 10. So I'll look for midpoint between the hip line and the hemline. It's going to be somewhere here. So just reduce the total measurement at the hip, which is 10. Reduce it by half inches. That means I'm going to measure 9.5 here. So I'll measure 9.5. Then on the hemline too, you know, now I have total of 10 inches here, 9 plus 1. Total of 9.5 here because I reduced 10 with half inch. Then I'll reduce the 9.5 again with half inch again. So I can have 9 here. So I'll measure 9 here too. Now I'll connect it. You use your ruler again. Connect. Fantastic. Somebody say fantastic. That is all about your skirt block, and this is the front part. That is all. You have your waist, you have your hip, you have your hemline. This is the front part of the skirt. Then one other thing that you will need to do, from your folded edge, from this half inch, you can draw a slant line. Yes, it allows the waist of your skirt to sit well on your waist. You understand? It allows you to sit well. So that's the purpose of that slant. So when you are cutting, you cut it slanted like that. So we are going to cut now. Somebody saying just like, have we finished? Yes, we are finished. Ah, where were you? We are finished. So I'm going to cut it. After cutting it, then we'll go and cut the back pattern for this skirt too. You see? I'm going to cut the slant as well. Can you see it? Alright, so you can see it. You can see my skirt very ready now. So now what is next is for us to go and cut our back pattern. Now that will be very simple. So let's go. Okay, so we are here now. Yes, we are here, and I hope you can see very well. This is another pattern that I've already pasted for you. I'm going to use this one for my back pattern. Now, all you need to do, the first thing you will do is to put your pattern on fold again, and I'm assuming this is my folded side. This side is my folded side. So the first thing you will do is to measure the zip allowance, which is 1.5 inch. Measure the zip allowance from your folded side. So this is 1.5 inch. Then I'll measure 1.5 inch down again. Then I'll connect it with a line, a straight line. That is all. Then after I have done that, I'll put my front part. I really don't need my tape-in again, so I'm going to put my front part on it. Can you see it? I'll put my front part on it, then I will trace it at the back. You can also cut it out instead of tracing. Do you understand? See what I traced? That is just the back part. You understand? So now that I've traced it, I can cut it out. Okay, I need to also trace the slant, because I'm going to cut it with the slant. Can you see that? So I need to get that one. Then the next thing is to cut it. So what is thinking? Is that all? Yes. That's all. It's simple. Then cutting. I hope you can see this. Alright. This is the back pattern of my skirt. You can see the only difference is your zip allowance. This is the front pattern of my skirt. You can see it. Please go and try it out too, and make sure you do your own. You can see that it's very simple. So I would like to see what you have done. So I'll see you in the next video. The next video should be a trouser. GB, you will say it's going to be, yes, it's going to be a trouser. So see you there.